respect. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. The free play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Butt Check fam? Welcome back. As promised, we are here 9:30 sharp. The new schedule, we're going to start posting around 9 a.m. each morning. If not every day, then definitely every other day. And as always, chapter down below, sub button down below. If you want to take the time to help the channel grow, we definitely appreciate it. And we are back. HT, the most glorious day of the week. Ladies and gents, let's check these buttons. Let's go.
Let's go by, get down, real slick, man. I hope the kids ain't around. It's honey.
All right, now into them first set of them big bird clapping back buttons that need to be checked. So you remember, this actually just kind of follows up with yesterday's video. It was entitled The Gatekeepers, right? A lot of people were outspoken about how they felt certain pros were gatekeeping the CPT, felt some type of way about it. Of course, you had two sides of the fence. Some people didn't necessarily call it gatekeeping because obviously it was in the rules. Meaning, like with the Capcom Pro Tour, even if you have already qualified, you're still allowed to compete. You're not breaking any rules. So a lot of pros saw it as, you know, hey, all's fair in the CPT competition. So it picks up right here. Now, this is the tweet that Mena posted that kind of started all, right? When he said, officially announcing I won't be participating in the North American East CPT online premiere. I can't bring myself to beat my own friends / players I'm rooting for in this tournament under this format. It feels unfair given how little chances we get. Good luck to everyone East Coast. Now, we posted this on yesterday's video. And of course, if you saw that, a lot of people were like, yo, King, respect, nothing but love. This is how players should act. But in saying that, at the same time that people were giving love to Mena, they were also kind of throwing some shade to the people that had qualified but that were still participating, namely the FGC Birds, right? Because if you don't know, I believe it was Angry Bird. He qualified first. I believe it was an auto-qualify as soon as he won EVO, but he still competed. Shortly after that, I think in the tournament where it was him in first and then Big Bird in second. Big Bird ended up winning that one and then he qualified, but some saw it as, okay, well, it looked like Angry Bird was kind of helping you out there. Or even speculating saying he might have stayed competing just to make sure that, you know, Big Bird got in. And of course, that FGC social media kept talking and it got back to Big Bird. He didn't care for it too much. He posted this just yesterday saying, respect to Mena for doing this as his region is stacked enough already, but I hate how people think anyone who plays by the rules and enters is a scumbag. Blame the system, not the players. You play with help of Angry Bird. Y'all just get on this app and say all kinds of stupid, acting like this is my first time qualifying for Capcom Cup. Please direct your stupidity to somewhere else. This is the wrong place. And down below, you can see where he backed it up. He posted that proof October 14th. He said, first place, September 2nd, first place, August 19th, first place. Then November 20th, first place. November 18th, first place. Then he continues on saying, these people who just remembered today and got the memory of a goldfish keep forgetting that I've been qualifying to the cup since I started competing internationally. All of a sudden, I only qualified because of Angry Bird. Twitter is not a real place. Some of you are AI generated. And of course, that FGC is reacting. You got some pretty much just making fun of it, right? Saying, stop being so godlike at the bird, or I'm sorry, at the game, Big Bird. Others like Hurricane saying, I got hit by the you are selfish. You got hit by the you are carried. This app is dangerous. Big Bird responds saying they just get on here and say whatever their mind thinks of. This app is not for the sane. But others seeing it from that other side of the fence, right? Responding saying you say this and you gate-kept your own bros from a prize pool. Big Bird responds saying, don't you understand English? They respond saying, nothing really hard to understand. You gate-kept your bro's chance for prize money while you're qualified. Big Bird responds to that saying, you clearly missed the point of my tweet, so I'm assuming your reading comprehension isn't the best. Regardless, what I do with my friend is me and my friend's business. You just sit back, grab popcorn, and enjoy the show. It's not that hard. Then it continues on right here while others are like, pardon my ignorance, but since Mena already qualified for CPT, if he chooses to participate and happen to win the NA East premiere, then the second place would qualify, right? Big Bird responds saying, yes, but he might run into Punk/Do before the winners finals and beat them, thus ruining their chance and making it harder for them, which he doesn't want. Then somebody by the name of Jose says, yes, exactly the point. And wrapping it up right here with no more Mr. Ice Guy saying, yeah, I respect his decision and I think it's cool, but I don't think that anyone who chooses to enter is a bad guy. Get that paper. All right, so there you go, man. Like I said, it was kind of a continuation from yesterday's video. A lot of people had something to say. Felt, you know, Mena on one hand said he can't stand doing that, but like a lot of people are pointing out, if it's within the rules, you know, like Bitburg said, he's like, yo, I respect his decision, but I hate how people think that, hey, we're following the rules. Like straight up, if we follow the rules, we're douchebags. How does that make sense? But as you can see, others still feel some type of way, saying it's greedy or it's unnecessary. And coming full circle, a lot of people are saying the same thing, kind of like what Bitburg said. It's like, hey, don't hate me, hate the system. In other words, don't hate the player, hate the game. How y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up to them, Sonic Fox is still not sponsored. Am I seeing that correctly? Buttons that need to be checked. Y'all remember when Sonic posted that, right? We all remember. Evil Geniuses, right? He posted it back October 23rd, so not too long ago. Just a little over a month ago, right? Saying official announcement, I'm officially a free agent. I will no longer work for Evil Geniuses. Pause right there. So even that was kind of weird, right? It just, the energy felt off because he was like, I will no longer work for Evil Geniuses. And then on their side, you never saw what you usually see, the traditional, thank you for your time and efforts, we love you, we wish you the best, with a nice little montage. Nah, they didn't say shit. To this day, they didn't say shit. Like, I'm still looking, I didn't see anything. So it just felt like, okay, there's something going on. And we'll check more of those buttons in a second here. So anyway, continuing on, he says, if I don't get picked up by anyone, I'll finally have an excuse to start coaching for a living. And also, I'm probably gonna wait a week or two before I start deciding who I want to settle down with. It's been like 5 or 6 years since I've really gotten to explore all my options after all, so there you go. But look, he says I'm gonna wait a week or two. It's been over a month, and you notice if you look at his page, it still says free agent. So on one hand, that's kind of shocking because he's arguably the best fighting game player that's ever lived. And he's still not signed, so that makes you wonder, like, is esports in a weird place right now? Well, we know it's in a weird place for Evil Geniuses because shortly after that, well, actually, I think around the same time, maybe even a little before, they basically stepped down from the, what was that, the LCS. I noticed they posted this saying Evil Geniuses is stepping away from the LCS heading into 2024. Basically, they sold their spot. They sold it, they're trying to get that money, right? And they said, we're incredibly grateful for the players and the coaches, and their statement for their staff and their players, right? Saying we're working on finding homes or the next step for our current players, combined talent, and staff. So it's almost like they're like, yeah, we're trying to show appreciation even though we're basically having a fucking esports garage sale. But that's crazy how they're like, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on showing them appreciation. But you didn't see shit about Sonic Fox, like possibly, didn't it win like esports player of the year? Like, I swear, what was it, like 2019 or something like that? Kind of feels off, right? Kind of feels shady as shit. And you gotta wonder what really happened. I mean, you can kind of see some of the markings here, but I'm really interested to know just what was the last straw on Sonic's side. Was them checks bouncing? Was they not doing what they promised? Or did Sonic see this in advance and was like, yo, deuce. Either way, from all the reportings and whatnot, it doesn't look like Evil Geniuses is going to be around too much longer unless they find some way to restructure the whole damn thing, pretty much started from scratch. And originally Sonic did say, I'll wait a week or two, but maybe now they're looking at it and saying like, it's been a month and I'm enjoying it, you know? Or do you also think that it could be something on that MK side because the MK1, that money's not that great? Like I said in previous videos, and I'll probably continue to say it, it's definitely the worst and the best of times. It just feels really weird, right, in esports, and especially FGC esports. But how y'all feeling? Let me know. All right, next up for them, Dieminion versus NYC Furby, aka Sabin, buttons that need to be checked. So this one has actually been going on for some months this year, right? Initially, I didn't cover the story. I was kind of waiting to see if it died down or played out, but it's still going on. We don't have all the details, but this is what we know so far. So Sabin, right? Arturo Sanchez. Remember, what was it? I think it was last year or earlier this year. There was that whole thing about Maturino, right? He was being accused of like laundering money, stealing money from the players and whatnot. From what I could tell, other people like Fnatic made YouTube videos, and others even came out and I believe said that he paid the money, and it kind of seemed like he beat the charges. You never really saw anything else from Maturino, like clearing his name or anything like that, but a lot of people believe that, nah, all was clear. Then it almost seemed like he was kind of under the radar, not really sure what was going on until Dieminion. Y'all remember Dieminion, right? One of the best guiles to have ever lived, right? To have graced God's green earth. This guy right here was one of the reasons why I got into Street Fighter 4 so heavily. When I saw the way he played Guile, him and Knuckle do, but mostly Dieminion in the beginning. Anyway, with that being said, it is interesting because you don't really see Dieminion post stuff like this on social media, which other people were kind of noticing as well. But it picks up right here. So initially, Dieminion posted this back in September, right? Saying, I really didn't want to have to get on here for this, but long story short, Arturo Sanchez, aka Furby, owes me $3,000. Now, $3,300 for a PC job that he failed to deliver 4 months ago, September 17th, midnight. And after a time extension per his request was the deadline for him, I tried to reach him again today to follow up, but he did not reply. And not the first time, all day knowing today is the deadline for him. 4 days ago, when he got out of the hospital for something he is going through, we spoke and he said he's selling items to pay me back. But after today's deadline, I can't wait no longer. This is probably a long shot, but on behalf of Arturo, his sake, what's left of his reputation, I'm asking on his behalf if anyone who cares for him on here is willing to spot him $3K. I would love to avoid any further drama, but if I don't get that $3K in my account, preferably by Tuesday, cards will fall as they may. And then from there, some time or some days passed by, because on September 19th, he posted again saying, so as you guys have witnessed for the last couple of days, Arturo has not responded or explained himself. I also tried calling him multiple times in between the time as a last resort to reach him and received no response. I'm sure he's busy with something more important. The appropriate steps will be taken to ensure that I get my money back the right way. And then you literally see more posts. It kind of just keeps going. And now we are to what, November. He just posted this on the 23rd, so a few days ago, right? Saying, you can run, but you can't hide forever, NYC Furby. The law will take care of you. The whole FGC is disappointed in you. You don't need church confession. You need mental therapy and an attorney. I hope you get that for your family, wife, and child's sake. I'll see you March 7th. And then, of course, that FGC is reacting. I mean, they're going crazy, right? Some people are like, yo, what the hell happened? They're playing catch up. A lot of people are like, I mean, this is what's it. This is what it is. We feel sorry for you, but it seems like you got to handle it this way. It's Paige. I see It's Paige Dale tagged me in this. I appreciate the love. And a lot of people are just shocked, but I think one of the big things that stands out is since he's been trying to contact him, what did he say? What was that, back in September? Nothing. Radio silence. He's tried to call him, he's tried to DM him, and he hasn't received anything. And what does he say? He owes him like over $3,300 now. And the one that sticks out the most, or I should say that part of the last tweet, right? Where he says, I'll see you March 7th, which sounds like he's taking him to small claims court, right? He's taking him, he's doing legal action. He's like, yo, I'll see you in court. It's crazy just to see like things like this happen in the FGC. But obviously, let's be real. FGC, there's a lot of business, a lot of TOs, a lot of, sponsors and whatnot. And when you start mixing money, unfortunately, stuff like this is bound to happen. And unfortunately, there it lies for now. We don't have NYC Furby's or Arturo's side of the story because as of right now, he hasn't really said anything. I'm sure it's only a matter of time that, he posts public and whatnot because, I know that it looks bad. Hell, it looked bad with the whole Matcherino thing. But as of right now, I hate to say anything more. Actually, I don't know anything more. What I'm trying to say is we're not the judge and the jury, and we're damn sure not the court. So him going to it, March 7th, that's pretty much the best thing, and we'll have to wait to see what the actual truth is. And I'll wrap it up on this. Yes, I have met Arturo. I want to say like at least 1 or 2 times, and he's been real good to me. He's always been a nice guy. Got to work with him at Defend the North, showed me around the place, and me and Dirty Low, and he was real nice. And I got to meet Dieminion. I don't know if Dieminion remembers, but I met him back, I want to say it was like 2018, 2017 when he was at a tournament in Texas. And once again, super great guy. Like I said, I've looked up to him for a long time with his gameplay and his skills, especially Guile in Street Fighter 4. Super nice guy. So you hate to see it, man. You really do. But like I said, only time will tell. How y'all feeling? Let me know. There it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Thank you guys for that amazing love. Like I said, it is HT. We are back. Feels good to be back, man. We got some exciting plans for HT going forward. But anyway, we got to finish it off in that HT fashion, right? And profile on the screen, I believe her name is Demetria Obilor or Bylor. I'm butchering the last name. Anyway, her information down below. Definitely check her out. She posted this the other day, well, actually earlier this month, right? Saying Tomb Raider in action. So some Lara Croft in action, right? Bam! That's a Tomb Raider for your ass right there. Damn, she's strapped. She got guns and buns. Damn. That is like Laura Croft been lifting some weights. Like if Laura Croft and Cyborg, Amanda Nunes, if they all got together and had a baby, you're looking at Demetria right here. And there it is, ladies and gents. Thank you guys for the amazing love. We will see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. In this case, if something breaks, we'll definitely see you tomorrow. But if not, more than likely, it'll be Thursday. And for everybody on the Patreon, we got a special video dropping tonight for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know, hey, it's about to get better. Love you forever. Peace.
Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe.
Hey, Dieminion. Hey, you mind if I get an interview for Capcom Pro Talk?
It's not limited to, like it is limited in a way, because like, if it's